mentioning that, yes, it will be recorded. I would have forgotten. So thank you for that. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have like a whole bunch of updates that I just want to remind everybody about. And then we have an amazing guest speaker on today as well. So I'll do the introductions in just a little bit, but first I want to go over and just do a little bit of recognition for this month. I know it's only day number 7, but some of you I'm like, hold your horses, but actually don't hold your horses. You're doing so amazing. So I just want to shout out the top 10 for PV this month so far for Freedom Factory. So for number 1, we have Renee Vacca. Number 2, Ashley Hyland. Number 3, Debbie Harrell. Number 4, Arlene Picard. Number 5, Marcia Sears. Number 6, Andrea Harris. Number 7, Joan, I'm going to butcher your name, Schuenhage. Number 8, Marlene Nickel. Number 9, Casey Everts. And number 10, myself. So congrats, everyone. Such a great start for this month. I'm so excited to see you doing so well, because that means that your bank accounts are doing well too. So, and you're helping people. So, but I really need to talk about and remind you, like, of all these bonuses that are on the table this month for anybody that rank advances to MMP, AMB, or MB. Your rank up bonuses will be doubled this month. I don't know if you understand what that means, but that can be an extra chunk of cash. So just as an example, for an MMP, their normal rank up bonus on top of commissions and product back bonuses and block bonuses and all these things is 150 Canadian. Now it's going to be doubled to 300. You do the math. This is amazing. If you need to kind of get an overview of how much each of those bonuses are, there's all that information in your resource library. So don't miss out. And also check into your downline, see who would be potentially close to something, like help them get there. This is not just about you, because if you help enough people get what they want, your own goals are going to come anyway. So you don't even have to worry about that part. Also, another thing, so this is for AMMs and above. Did you catch from Stuart's video earlier this month that if you promote out an MMB this month, they have to be personally sponsored, you're automatically going to get the $500 Monade Gear gift card, US. Did you know that? This is crazy. This is so amazing. This is just for helping somebody rank advance, earn an amazing, amazing bonus, $500 US, 600 in Canada, and you as their sponsor are gonna get to shop for some amazing swag. These are the kinds of things that always get me excited. I'm like, give me all the swag. Okay,
me too.
Bahamas qualifications are open. I did try to dig in the back office and see if there's some sort of a tracker. There isn't one of those electronic automatic trackers up yet. I'm sure it's gonna come soon. But if you go and just type in passport, go to the resource library and type in the word passport, you're going to see a tracker for the 2021 Punta Cana trip. That one is still up there and the qualifications are exactly the same. So if you are like a paper and pen kind of a person, you want to print your charts out and start checking off the boxes, I would recommend to print one of those out. Like, don't wait until there is an official chart that says 2022 and Bahamas. Like, use the Punta Cana one, cross it out, you know, do some paper mache or I don't know, some scrapbooking, make it work for yourself. Because these trips, those of you who have been on these trips, you know how amazing they are. I know Renee has been here on multiple trips. Wendy has been, Lori, Felicia, oh my gosh, like it's just unbelievable. Jesse's asking, do you know if the MMB bonus is only for the first time MMBs? You know what, I did not look into that and I'm not going to make up an answer. So I recommend you just check out the FAQs for that one. It's a really good idea to check out. But seriously, these trips are so amazing. Like, I know people in this company who came in and said, oh, I don't even like traveling, whatever. And then they earn a trip and all of a sudden they love traveling. It's all about the community and people that they bring together. So super amazing. Another thing that I really want to remind you of, Mandy and myself are going to do another call tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. So I hope that those of you who were on the call last week and learned all about our Hot 10 warm-up / recruiting method. I hope that you've been doing it. And so those of you who have been doing it, I would love to hear it actually in the comments. Like, how have you been finding the relationship building part? Because tomorrow we're going to go live again. We're going to release the sizzle video, the 3-minute video that every one of you can use. If you don't like our video, you can record your own. We're going to provide you with a script. Like literally, we're like feeding you everything on a silver plate. You just have to go and do it. And then there's also going to be extra scripts released for the 60 and 90-day follow-ups. And also some pretty, if I pat myself on the back, some really pretty product pack like photos, very influencer-ish, so that you can share those with people instead of taking screenshots from the website. So there's lots that's gonna be on the call tomorrow, and also there's gonna be a replay for that in both Mandy's group and Freedom Factory. But I don't want to take too much time away. So a little while ago, Renee came to me and she said, oh my gosh, I met this lady in Punta Cana. She's unbelievable. She's amazing. We need to get her on a team call. And I'm like, okay, tell me more. And then she tells me about this elusive Wendy. And I'm like, okay. And so I'm like, let's do it. Let's bring Wendy on the call. So once we chatted a little bit, I found out that Wendy is a mom and she's been an entrepreneur for 32 years. She's done direct sales, like the old school direct sales where you actually have to talk to people instead of using one of these. And she also has owned a brick and mortar business for 13 years. So she is all about building those in-person relationships, which I find that a lot of us, including myself, like it's all happening on the phone. And yes, it's convenient, but what do you do when you actually meet a cool person? Like, how do you build that relationship? Like, I think we sometimes kind of forget how it works. And from what I know, Wendy is like a ninja when it comes to this. So I figured that every single one of you could use that knowledge and kind of brush up on our actual in-person skills. So I'll let you take it from here, Wendy. Give us all the secrets, spill all the beans.
Okay, well, number one, thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate that so much. And you have to pardon me too, because I went, this is going to be funny, because I went to the doctor's office. I went to the med center today because I've had drainage from my ear. And it's like, oh my gosh, my ear aches and my throat and so on and so forth. And, the doctor there, she goes, wow, look at your hair. Prime time to say, well, guess what? I sell hair care and skincare products. I'd love to help you. Obviously, she wouldn't give me her number, but I did email her the information along with my site and my quiz and so on and so forth. So it just goes to show you, you know, everywhere you are, you have a potential either market partner or you have a potential VIP customer. I will, first of all, introduce myself. I have been in business, as Pile said, for 32 years. I was in a company, and some of you may or may not know, the company was Pager Fashions. I did that for 16 years while I raised my daughters. And I had a boss that was absolutely horrible. She treated me terrible. And I probably never would have done that business because I loved the people that I was working with, all but her. And you know, that just, I mean, somebody walked up to me and I had gone to a party, because remember, way back when, we didn't have social media. We didn't have all the goods that we do now. And so what was interesting is I had gone to a party and the gal said, I make $40,000 a year doing this 2 to 3 nights a week out of my home. I don't ever miss out on my kids' activities. I go on 2 all expense paid vacations a year, and the car that you see in the driveway is paid for. And I literally, not even kidding you, and this was after she was all done doing her demonstration. We all laughed, had a great time. And I was like, honey, if you are making that kind of money doing what you just did, then I'm in the wrong business. And the rest is history. So, needless to say, I was taught back in the day, and how many of you, if you could put in the chat, have been with another direct sales company before Monate? If you can just put that in the chat. You don't have to say what it was, but I think it's really important because we've all had, we have all had different experiences and even different life experiences with different companies. And I was taught the old school way of you have to be able to open up to customers and to be able to talk to people about what you do. Now, that might not seem easy for some of you, but when I go into a store, here's how I feel. And if you can change your mindset from feeling as though you are going to pressure someone or you're going to, inconvenience them, do not look at it that way at all. What you need to do instead is look at that person as, you know what? I feel as though I'm not doing my job if I can't reach out to this person. Whether it's the person that's the cashier or someone you pass by in the store or whatever it may be, okay? Personally, if it's someone that is the cashier, and I've done this many times, I've gone into Sam's Club and Costco, Sam's Club, any store, and I had a gal that I could literally see her entire scalp, and bless her little heart, she was you could tell she was trying to hide it because she had she was trying to strategically place her hair. And I just looked at her, and keep in mind, there were people behind me, but very quietly, I looked at her and I said, sweetheart, I just need to tell you something. I can help you with your hair. And she said, you can help me with my hair? And I said, I can. And I said, you know what? I said, please do not be offended by this at all. I promise you that is not why I'm here. But I need to let you know that because I feel as though I'm not doing what I was meant to be doing if I could not help you. And you would not believe how many people I've actually helped that way. Now, okay, I've been married to my husband for 35 years. I have two beautiful grown girls. My girls are 34 and 35. I have three grandchildren, one that's 13, he'll be 13 in August. One is, she'll be 7 in April. And my youngest grandson just turned 5 months. So it's fun to have a baby in the house again. So that kind of gives you a little bit about where I've been, what I've done, and how I've come about as far as in the business aspect of it. But I do want to let you know that wherever you are, I've been on the airplane coming from, what do I want to say? We were coming back from Vegas, and I wanted to sleep on the plane coming back from Vegas. So I decided to fly first class. And there was a gal sitting next to me. Now, please keep in mind, I had my hat on. I had my oil treatment in my hair because I didn't care who saw me at the airport. I had my oil treatment in my hair, so I had my Monate hat on. And she just started talking, oh, well, I see your hat. Well, what is that? And so I just told her, I said, oh, we just had this trip and I sell hair care products. And I said, for Pete's sake, don't look at my hair today, and just kind of making small talk. And she said, well, she started talking about why she was there. We literally got done with that. Okay. She said, I really would like your card. And I said, absolutely. Here you go. Because I could tell she was not somebody who really, she was written on that plane to rest, just like I thought I would be too. And I will tell you, in November, ladies, I had somebody show up on my wheel, okay, on my top 10 that signed up for a kit. And I'm like, who is this person? I have no clue who this person even is, right? And so I messaged her. I got her information from the back office, and I tried emailing her. No luck. I tried messaging her because I had her phone number. No luck. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like what in the world? Like, who is this person? Number one, I'm thinking, if this person accidentally signed up under me and shouldn't be under me, I'm going to feel really bad about that. And so finally, like a week later, I said, hey, I know you've gotten your product pack, and I just needed to follow up with you and, you know, make sure you're using the right products and go over them with you and how to use them. I'll be doggone if I didn't get a text from her the next morning. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I actually am going to find out who this person is. She said to me, she said, Wendy, you don't remember me, do you? And I said, I am so sorry. But I said, I do not. She said, I was on the plane coming back from Vegas with you, and you mentioned Monat. And I said, oh my goodness. And long story short, she said, no, she said, my sister was given sample packets. My sister's husband plays for the Buffalo Bills. And she was given sample packets from someone. We have no idea who, but they were moving back to Chicago. And we used those packets and we absolutely loved the products. And she said, well, I don't even remember who gave me these products. And Gina says, hey, guess what? I have somebody's card. I know who sells it. She signed up with the product pack. She was in my top 5 for sales for November, for December, and for January. And keeping in mind that this is somebody who I talked to on the plane and had no clue she was even going to go in and sign up with the biggest product pack. So again, that just goes to show you that it doesn't matter where you are. You can change somebody's life with this business. And, you know, if you think for one second that, well, I just don't feel confident, or, oh, I really don't know what to say, I'm going to feel like I'm pressuring them, I'm going to feel stupid, I'm going to feel dumb. You know what? Once you start, you know, that's all it takes. Is one time of you saying something to someone and them looking at you and going, wow, you really can help me. And then if that person is on social media, they can follow you. If they are, I still have people that I've talked to that have, you know, you just build a connection with those people, because that's what's so huge. It's not a matter of pushing people, because you don't need to do that. Let's face it, ladies, our products speak for themselves. You only have to speak up for what you personally want, okay? So I kind of want to open up a question, any questions that some of you ladies might have at all about how I do something or how I would approach someone, or if you have anything that you can add or want to add, and then I'll keep going. But please do not hesitate to ask, because that's what I'm here for. You know, I met Renee actually in Punta Cana. And what's really ironic, it was meant to be, Renee, that we met one another, because I was standing at the front desk and I was checking in, and Renee was already checked in. And it was funny because I said, oh my gosh, are you alone? And she said, I am. And I said, well, so am I. I said, gosh, I said, I don't really know anybody because I didn't have any people that flew in the day before. I always like to fly in the day before and then, just kind of relax and be ready and so on and so forth. Well, so did she. And I said, oh my gosh, I'm excited to meet someone and to see someone. So I hung out with her the entire time we were on vacation. And it was so awesome because we were literally 5 rooms apart. What are the chances? And every night I'm going to go to my room and you go to your room, so on and so forth. But truly, it does not, whatever you are, it's just a matter of making those connections. Pile, you asked me a question. Hang on here. Okay, what's my favorite way of starting up a conversation with someone who looks like they love taking care of their hair? And how do you connect and keep in touch? Well, I connect and keep in touch. I'm the best on Facebook. It's because I'm much more familiar with Facebook. And so I post a lot on Facebook. I will post in my stories more so on Instagram, but Facebook I'm really comfortable and familiar with. So as far as starting the conversation, if I see someone with beautiful hair, I'll say, oh my gosh, I absolutely love your hair. And they might say, oh, thanks. And I'll say, I sell hair care and skincare products. I try really hard to always have my hair like this, because when people see my hair, people are like, wow. People love to see that. And when you can tell someone that you sell hair care and skincare products, I got to be honest, I'm going to be 55 and this skincare is flipping amazing because I feel like I look 10 years younger than I am. Okay. And this is no filter, ladies. So that is a good thing. But needless to say, it's just a matter of opening up the conversation and saying, gosh, I absolutely love your hair. And if someone compliments your outfit, or if someone compliments your hair, or if someone says something, compliment someone. I was standing and, I keep going back to these different conversations because quite honestly, ladies, that's what it's all about. That's how we learn. I did have someone, and she's about my age, who, pardon me, please, she had beautiful hair. And we were actually standing at the jewelry counter, waiting at the jewelry counter. I had to get a ring, pick up one of my rings. And I looked at her and I go, oh my gosh, you have beautiful hair. She goes, well, I was just thinking the same thing about you. We kind of got to laughing, literally stood there for 45 minutes talking because these people were waiting on other people. And the conversation started and I said, hey, are you on Facebook at all? And she said, well, I am. And I said, well, so am I. I said, here's the deal. Just watch my stuff, take a look, and I'd love to do this business with you. You're a ton of fun, that kind of thing. So it literally is just complimenting people. And, what woman does not want to feel good and feel pretty? What woman doesn't want to? You tell me, what woman doesn't want to have fun? People that get up to my age, and I say my age because, 55, 60, I retired. I say I retired, but I help my husband with his business, and we have a rental business. And I did Monate because I needed a purpose in my life. And that purpose was to help other people. And I truly believe that God put me here because he knows how many other women that I can help and that I've helped in my past that I can also help in the future. And whether it's the business, whether it's the products, whether it's, the trips or whatever it might be, we all can do this. That's why we all work together. is just because we're one huge family and we're all here to help each other. So any other questions at all? I mean, is there anything else you guys want to know? Because please don't be shy. Do not be shy at all. Anybody? Was there any other in the chat, Pele? You know, it's funny because I will tell you, in the other direct sales business that I was in, I made good money. I made very good money. We were #1 in the nation. But I want you to know, I had 250 women in my structure all over the United States. And it was amazing. But when I walked into Monations in 2019, I was actually taking my daughter-in-law, okay? She's the one that signed up. And she does not drive. She said, oh my gosh, I just, I can't go by myself. And I said, I'll tell you what, I'll drive you. Well, we're on our way there and she says, Mom, you need a ticket to get in. And I go, well, what's it take for a ticket? She said, well, you have to buy a product pack. I said, okay, what's that? I signed up in the car with my daughter-in-law in the car on my way to Ohio with the biggest product pack. Okay. Because, and she never told me she was making $350 on me, but it's okay. But, it's funny because, again, I had no clue that this is where I would be 2.5 years later. So now, Pele, you asked something else too. You said, do tell them it is money when you first connect. Do you tell them it is money when you first connect? Okay. I do not, unless they ask. And sometimes people will ask and they'll say, oh, I've never heard of that company. Or, oh, gosh, oh, I've heard of them. Oh, I've heard you lose your hair. I've heard that. We've had that. Okay. You know what? I look at them and I say, see this hair? Does it look like I'm losing any hair? No. And this hair right here, ladies, my husband got home on Saturday. I curled my hair. I washed my hair. Let me think, was it Friday or Saturday? I have not done one more thing to it. I put it in a mom bun when I go to bed at night and let it out, brush it. And this is what it looks like. It still holds this curl. It's crazy. And you know what? I'm not afraid to tell people, hey, it's okay. You're going to hear good and bad things. Well, you go ahead and Google it. It's okay. You're going to hear good and bad. But I can promise you, if you hear the bad, I would say try it, because try it for yourself. Do I hold in-person events or what? I do hold in-person events. I just had one Friday night and we are, the whole COVID thing is still huge in our area. And so there are people that are still really skeptical about going out, being around people and things like that. But, they don't have a problem going to a restaurant. I mean, they don't, so and it's okay. Everybody has their opinions and whatnot. But I did do an event on Friday night and they are a lot of fun. You're going to get VIPs. You wash hair. You do the skincare on someone. And I mean, I have someone who almost signed up as a market partner on Friday night for my gal. She didn't, but she said, I'm really going to look at these products and try these products first. And that's okay. We do get that, we get that, but unfortunately they're going to be spending that twice, so it is it definitely is a catch-22. What else? Anybody? Oh my gosh, you girls. I feel like I haven't done enough. I feel like I haven't said enough. Can you talk about your actual event? How you invite, what you do? Do you do a meet Monate? Okay. So the actual event, I leave that up to my market partner to do her inviting. And she did a lot of the inviting, most all of the inviting to her event on Friday night. I tell her if she has a minimum of 10 people there, I am going to give away, I'll give away the greens. I'll give away, how many of us market partners, we take advantage of the sales all the time. You know what? It's a write-off for us. So I have so much product. It's like, okay, I'm going to give away a vegan protein, I'm going to give away our protein and the total greens. So give them incentives to get more people there. If she says, oh, I only have 6 coming, I'll say, call them 6 and tell them to bring a friend with them. Okay. So that's kind of how I invite. I do set up a table that I always take the Rejuvenate oil, always take the heat protectant. Okay. And I do show them the different heat protectants on, or the different oils like the Moroccan oil, argan oil, and our Rejuvenate oil on a flat iron, because people are amazed at that, because a lot of people use that. God forbid, but they do. So, and I take the heat protectants, let them know, that there are, we now have 4 different ones. Damage repair line. I always take the Renew, always take the black, because I, always want to make sure that I have somebody. I always use the black as, of course, the first wash. When we do the wine and wash, or, it's a, mimosas, or, whatever the market partner wants to do as far as that goes. But I do set up a table, and the skincare was great. Jessie, you said you found you were doing awesome with giving 20, get 20 VIP referral. To go to that market partner route before VIP sign up without feeling pushy.
Do you understand what I'm talking about? Did you take advantage of the give 20, get 20?
No. Tell me what you do there.
Well, you can't anymore because they did away with the referral program. But when they had the VIP referral program, it was really nice because the VIP would sign up and they would stay under the VIP until the VIP was ready to upgrade to market partner. But now, my concern in having a party is if the person doing it for me doesn't upgrade to market partner, then their VIPs stay under me. And then I feel bad because I know how it was before, but that's no longer an option.
So so you're saying that if one of the VIPs does a party for you, correct?
Yeah, I was doing a lot of parties through my VIPs. So I had happy VIPs. They would invite their friends and I would just do an online party. And that's how I was really blowing my business up a year and a half ago.
Okay. So, and see, it's funny because I did not have that great of luck with my online parties. So I can learn from you. I do much better with the in-person events simply because the people are actually there. And if I do an online event, they never felt obligated to order. Even for like the market partners, I always felt really bad. And I did the giveaways. But I do like the fact, Jessie, like you saying that they, I get what you're saying as far as they would stay under you. Personally, at that point, what I do is I always make sure that I sign up those VIPs, obviously under a new market partner. Okay. But if it's a VIP, I will try really hard to get that VIP to say, hey, look, you know what? Here's the deal. You're already halfway there to becoming the first rank of our company, which is the most important rank, which is our MMP. You're halfway there. oh my gosh, you need to do this too. And so then, you know, Susie is going to sign up under you. So is that what you're saying as far as doing an online party? Is that what you're?
Yeah. The problem with it is you just never know how, like you said, you never know how many people are going to commit to ordering. And if it's only one, then maybe it's not as big of a deal. But, you know, as the orders come in throughout the week, then if it's like 3, 4, 5 or more orders, then you're like, golly, I really wish you would be a market partner.
Oh, I know. So do you want to know how I would talk that person into being a market partner? Because I will.
Absolutely.
Okay. So one of my VIPs, she had 6 orders on her party. Okay. And of course I told her, I said, sweetheart, here's what you ask all of your people that are interested in placing an order. This is what I'm going to give you. And I got to be honest, I give away a lot of stuff. When I do parties, I typically will give away quite a bit. Now, I've got headbands, you know, like the headbands that we use to pull our hair back. I've got the Monate, oh my goodness, like the facial brush. I've got just all kinds of things, okay? And what I would do at that point is I would tell her, I would say, sweetheart, here's the deal. You are already doing the work of a market partner. You're already getting the orders. You're already asking people what they need for their hair, and you're just letting me sign them up, okay? Now, what I want you to do is I want you to really think about doing this, because if you did this, you've already got 6 orders here. And you may have somebody that you know that you want to be on the beach with, or you want to be by the pool. Take them on that vacation with you, because you're going to make the first rank of the company. And do you realize you're already at 6 VIP customers? Okay. You've got, if you find one person that wants to do this business with you, whether they want to make money, they want the trips, or they're looking for something with the community of people, then you're going to make an extra $150 bonus on top of your commissions. And you just explain everything to them, how much money is actually on the table for them. People lots of times really don't think we make money. People are like, how can you make money with a $30 bottle of shampoo? Okay. When I got my $10.99 or whatever, I about flipped. My husband says, where did that money go? I mean, it's terrible, but you know, it is what it is. It's just crazy when you stop and think about it. So, you know, that's how, honestly, Jessie, I mean, that's how I would do it. I would literally go through with that person and say, this is the kind of money you're leaving on the table for you. I would rather see you make this money, because number one, that's going to be somebody that you never know if they're actually going to do something in the business or not, but why not try? So yeah, definitely worth it. Does that make sense?
Thank you. Yeah, it does. Thank you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody else have anything? Yeah. Oh, no.
I was going to actually bring up something. You, Wendy, by the way, have been unbelievable. So good. Such great, fresh insights. I love it. But sometimes too, coming back to what Jessie said, we have those VIP customers who are like hardcore VIPs. They want nothing to do with business. And I feel like sometimes if we push them too hard, they almost sort of pull back. So like, we still want to show them that, hey, I really value you as a VIP. And, you know, I love giving people choices. It's like, okay, you can either earn the commission, get all the bonuses laid all out, just like what Wendy explained. But the other option I would give them is that, you know what, I so value you as a VIP. If you want to stay a VIP, that's totally cool. And I can give you I don't know, product credits, depending on how many, like, let's say 6 people place an order, it's $100 each. I can give you $60 worth of products for free. You choose. You could do something like that as well to reward them if they're really, one of those people who are just like, nope, I just love my products. I love sharing them, but I don't want to make money. There's people like that out there, which is funny, but yeah.
Right. And you're absolutely right. And it's funny, Pile, that you say that, because that happened to me this last month. I had a gal that called me and she said, Wendy, I think I need you to help me change what's in my flagship. And I said, okay, absolutely. I said, when is a good time? And I called her and she said, well, I need 3 or 4 different things. I said, okay, well, tell me what you need. Well, one of the things was the oil. One of the things was the Renew. One of the things was Exact Conditioner. And I'm like, okay, Stace, here's the deal. And I said, you know what? No pressure whatsoever. Absolutely no pressure, because if you just don't want to do anything with the business and you are specifically good with what you've got, hey, sweetheart, I'm okay with that too, And like my VIPs, I spoil my VIPs. I do giveaways every month in my VIP page. I will sometimes do like the top 10 who spend that month. And I do it for the entire, I'm under Julie Stevens. So I do it for the entire downline of my people, not just for one person. I mean, it's everybody. So, and I think that that's a very good, it's good incentives, and I will send them for Pete's sake, a $5 Starbucks card, whatever. Hey, thank you for being in our VIP group, or, thanks for being in the top 10, it's just that little bit of, wow, she appreciates me. I think anything that we can do for our VIPs is a good thing. But as far as pushing them on being a market partner, you're absolutely right. You just show them what's available, but always make sure you let them know that you appreciate wherever they're at. And you know what? It's okay if they don't. But my girl did end up upgrading, and she did end up getting the $199 pack, but she still got all of those free products on top of it that they were giving away. So, that was a good thing. And she loved it. She said, oh my God, I'm going to do that. So one thing that I do want to say, and I wanted to make sure that I mentioned this, and so I'm on my iPad specifically because I wanted to mention your phone, okay? It is so easy to message everyone instead texting everyone, to a lot of people. Me, I am not a good techie person. I really am not. I try really hard to do the reels. Renee, you are like the bomb with the reels. I try really hard. And I think a lot of that is my age. And a lot of that is the fact that I do not, I want that personal touch. When I had my brick and mortar business, it was the same way. Years and years ago, and this is something that you can remember and take food for thought. I had somebody walk up to me and say, you know what, we're just a number here. We don't mean anything to you. And that was when I worked at that wasn't my brick and mortar business. That was when I was working full-time at my business before I started direct sales. And that truly hit me, because I was in human resources and I had a great job. I was making, back then in 1990, I was making $12 an hour, which was good money. I was 100% vested in my profit sharing. My boss was a bag, she just was not a nice person. And I vowed, and I know God put me there for a reason, because number one, he taught me how I was never going to be. Okay. And number two, I knew that I had to go through what I went through in order to get out of it, in order to know that there was something more for me. So when that happened and someone said to me that we're just a number and we really don't mean anything to you, from that moment on, it was very important for me to remember names and remember people. And then I would remember clock numbers. So that's what I always did. And to this day, it's so funny. And he's, believe it or not, that guy is one of my VIPs. Okay. It's been 30 years since I've been with that company. They went out of business, okay, in 2005, but 30 years later, I still remembered his clock number and I remembered who he was. So that just goes to show you, it's so important to people that you acknowledge them as, you know, a person, and that, you know, people love that, you know, when you see people and, you know, or when you contact your VIPs, or when you see people online, always calling them by their first name, because it does make people feel good. So, but yeah, don't do this all the time. It's okay to text once in a while, but when you're talking to your VIPs about their products, they're not hearing the excitement in your voice. They're not hearing how excited you are about the products and how excited you are about the business. It's huge, huge, huge. And people need to be hearing that from you. So definitely, you know, something for you to take from this as well, as far as making sure that you are present and that you are not always texting people. Instead, make that phone call. Now, you're always going to have some people that, I'm going to tell you right now, I don't want to talk to them on the phone. And I don't get that, because that's just not me. But it is what it is. You do have those people that just don't want to talk to you. No, I don't want to talk to you. I can do this through texting. Okay. Well, let me walk you through it, you know. And I think it's because they feel like we're going to pressure them. It has nothing, you know. I always tell people, I am a no pressure person. I will not pressure you to do anything. So, you know, and that includes buying, and that includes selling and whatnot. So, yeah. Anything else, ladies?
Oh, you're amazing. Has anybody else found this as helpful as I did? Put it into the comments. Give Wendy a little hands up here, or little virtual clap. This was so awesome. And I love how you brought it up that, you know, try to remember people's names. That's like a really something that I need to personally work on. It's like in from one ear and out from the other, and 5 minutes later, I'm like, oh crap, what was her name? But I want to give everybody a little challenge here on the line as well for this week. It's Monday today. I wanted to just keep your eyes open as you're out and about, and I wanted to just compliment 3 people. Maybe don't compliment guys. It may get a little bit weird. Compliment ladies. If somebody looks great, like it doesn't, just don't even think business. Just get used to the idea of just complimenting a stranger just because. Today I was at the superstore picking up some groceries, and there was a lady in a wheelchair, and she kind of almost bumped into me, and it was kind of awkward, but she had this crazy, completely blinged out hat that said Vegas. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love your hat. Although like she was the one that bumped into me, and I could have easily been like mad or whatever. But I was just like, oh my gosh, I love your hat. You have a great day. And she had like the biggest smile on her face, right? So it doesn't take a lot. So little challenge for everyone, just 3 people. I bet it's gonna turn into a lot more as you keep going. But I saw Renee put her face on here. I don't know if she wanted to finish with something, because I know it was Renee who actually connected me with you, Wendy. So I don't know if she had some final words.
Hi. I'm so sorry. I'm doing 18 things at once, but I just, you know, I got you in my ear, Wendy. I was listening along, and, you know, we had such an amazing way that we met, and I just knowing you with the way that Monat rolls, and just meeting at the front desk, and just being able to, like, you know, connect and become friends just overnight. This is that, to me, I really wanted to showcase to the rest of our team how we don't get paid off of each other's work. We don't, you know, we support each other's business because we're friends. And we help each other in this way because it really shows what a family we are. And nobody cares who gets paid from who. We just care how the people treat each other. And like literally that night we had dinner scheduled, and then the other gal that we met, we connected the two of them, and the two of them were together having dinner, and I was like going to meet them there later, and next thing you know, we're all new best friends. I mean, this is how these businesses work. This is why we do what we do, and this is the heart of who Monate is. So I'm so thankful for you to share your story with our team, because you're just delightful. You're a wealth of knowledge. You're not hardcore pushing for like, you know, elite trips, and you're not like kind of not really here. You are just like us. You're right in the middle, just enjoying life. And like you said, compliment people when you're out and about and just enjoy what you're doing. And that's what we're all about. So I'm just thankful so much that you joined us today, friend. And I'm just glad that you were available to do this, because it was just delightful.
Well, thank you for asking me, ladies. I mean, this has been just a joy, and it's been great meeting all of you. And you know, I honestly, I will say this much. I always, it's funny. People think, oh, you know, she's done so much, and she does this and she does that, and it's like, really? Because I'm just like all of you. At the end of the day, we are all alike. We all have insecurities. We all have things that we do and we don't like. We all have things that, you know, are hard, and we've all been there. And if there's one thing that I can honestly say to every single one of you is, don't let anything stop you. If you want something, go after it. Don't let anyone's opinion of what you're doing, anything, you know, and this has just been great to be on here, and I appreciate this so much. And, you know, this is where, you know, in my next life, I was actually going to be a motivational speaker. I'm not going to lie. I said, I would love to be a motivational speaker someday. Oh shoot. So no, but no, I mean, truly, this is what it's all about. And Renee, we had just an absolute ball. We connected, and you know, I mean, this business is amazing, and the people are amazing, and all of you ladies, it's been such a joy to do this. So I appreciate you having me on.
Yes, and thank you. And thank you, Renee, for connecting us. And I also want to say a huge thank you for everybody that was on the line and is going to be watching the replay, because your time is valuable, but you showing up speaks volumes. So I just want to give you a huge virtual hug for you being here. And I appreciate you all so much. We'll see you again next. Actually, we're going to see you on Mandy's call tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific. Do not forget it. 5 p.m. Eastern. And other than that, our team call is going to be at the same time, same place next Monday. Thanks, Wendy. Thanks, Renee, and everyone else. Good night.
Bye-bye.